Ozaristu Mountain Range, south of Skupo, Tukayyid, Free Russelhag Republic, 10 May 3052.
Mech warrior Dimitri smashed her fist into her main view screen. Designed for rough treatment, the screen did not shatter. The pain in her knuckles suggested that Dimitri's hand had not fared as well, but in her present mood, she did not care.
Stravak machine,
she muttered. She knew that only the advanced sensors carried by her dainty mist links had gained her admittance to the elite Axe Star. She therefore found it doubly frustrating to be as blind as the rest of the star. Her equipment was working fine. It simply was not reporting anything she wanted to know. She tossed another disdainful glance towards the idyllic scene outside her cockpit. Row after row of golden crops stretched out beside and behind the star. An emerald glass covered the hillside rising up before them. But she saw no sign of the enemy. The comm guards must be out there, most likely hidden behind the crest of that pretty green hill. Her sensors simply could not find them.
Anything yet, X5?
Came her commanding officer's voice over the comm. Dimitri hesitated. More than anything, she wanted to be a useful member of the Star, to do her commander proud. They were counting on her, but so far she had proved worse than useless.
Do you hear me, X5?
Neg, that is AF, I read you, Star Commander. Neg, I have not detected any signs of the comm guards.
Don't worry about it, X5. They must be dug in good and tight.
Dimitri winced. She still found Star Commander Felon Ward's use of contractions jarring, and his tone of voice told her that he'd heard the tension in her reply. She knew that he had meant to reassure her, but now everyone online knew how upset she was. A warrior with a reputation for fluttering nerves had little future in the clans. By the time pilot Karu spotted the comm guards from his Omnifighter, Dimitri had calmed down, as the rest of the Omnifighters began their strafing run. She took her place at the rear of the Star. Her lightweight weapons condemned her to perpetual rearguard duty. Really, the designer who came up with the Mistlink's Delta configuration must have been certifiable. Dimitri's mech could have mounted a heavy laser or something else with real punch, but instead her primary weapon was a 20mm autocannon. She understood, of course, why the Ilkhan had ordered Beta Galaxy's techs to outfit the Wolves' Mistlinks with autocannons. The light weapons used ammo efficiently, and conserving ammo might well prove critical during this campaign. But she did not have to like it. Axe-Star's mechs were only halfway up the hill when the fighters launched their attack run, and she knew her star would not make it to the hill crest before the comm guards attacked. Dimitri watched in horror as an exterminator rose up in front of Felon's Wolfhound, and sighed with relief as he evaded its lasers with incredibly agile piloting and took the enemy out with a round of laser fire. Quarrel flight has certainly softened up the comm guards, otherwise the Star Commander would never have been able to take out that medium mech so easily. Dimitri followed the rest of the Star into the trench running along the hillside, resisting the temptation to grumble out loud. Only one mech at a time could engage the enemy in the narrow profile, and Felon and mech warrior Thea were carving up every comm guard in sight. Dimitri resigned herself to a boring battle, hoping for better luck next time.
Clan Jade Falcon Deployment Zone, Presno Plain, Boreal Continent, Tukayyid, Free Russelhag Republic, 10 May 3052.
Acolyte Dylan Dre stared, slack-jawed, at the incredible spectacle before him. The White Rhinos had the enemy mech surrounded, and all 18 of his fellow comm guards were discharging their energy weapons at it. Yet it still stood. The Mad Cat faded in and out of Dre's sight, obscured by smoke, dropship exhaust streaming across the battlefield, and the deep darkness of Tukayyid's night. Dre's Star League Dynatech targeting computer should have penetrated the murk easily, but instead, his display flickered unsteadily. Was the clan mech moving slightly, or standing still? He wasn't sure, and from the volume of fire missing the lone enemy, he guessed that his companions weren't either. But if the comm guards were unsteady of hand, the clan warrior was not. Already, 4 white mechs lay at the feet of the mech with the bright green Falcon emblazoned on it. Dre triggered his medium laser, but the beams cut only smoke. What was wrong with his computer? He'd never had any trouble with it before, and why did he have the feeling he wasn't the only one suffering mysterious malfunctions? A sneaking voice in Dre's head told him that the enemy pilot wasn't human, but instead was some unstoppable creature of the night. He shook his head to clear of such foolishness, but he couldn't help noticing that none of his companions had dared to close to within 100 meters of the clan warrior after the first 4 comm guards had fallen. Not that it seemed to matter, the rhinos had lost at least that many more comm guard mechs in the past hour, victims of the enemy's deadly accuracy. The mist parted slightly, and Dre saw the emerald eyes of the Jade Falcon staring at him. Aiming at the insignia, Dre fired his laser. This time, the Mad Cat fell. For almost a full minute, no one approached the fallen mech. Then Dre forced himself to move his stinger out from behind the hill, striding forward until he stood over the Mad Cat. Funny, his monitors all worked fine now. Up close, he saw that the seemingly unscathed clan mech had actually taken quite a beating. Gouges from their lasers, pockmarks from missile hits, and oozing craters caused by autocannon rounds covered the Omni-Mech's surface. Circuitry showed everywhere through shattered and burned away armor, wires and Myanmar bundles hanging limply from the mech's frame. Miraculously, the section of armor bearing the Falcon insignia was untouched, save for a single tiny hole between the bird's accusing eyes. None of the warriors of the 104th Division claimed the Mad Cat as a kill.